share my screen. Okay, let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. This login page, what is this? We did the page objects and page factory, right? The page factory worked fine, but this
I
page
cannot
object one,
I cannot see your screen.
oh, let me share again.
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. This page object test, this particular test is failing. Um, Wait, let me run this again.
Okay. It is saying cannot find symbol variable driver.
Mm,
It's failing at this class, line number
yeah,
16.
this also I wanted to ask. This is something I was just trying yesterday. Why is it coming to this page? Because the driver is, I'm trying to execute this test.
Because this is validating entire project, not
But
just that class.
here when I
Basically,
run this test, I'm just running this verify card button, right?
yeah. But it is validating entire project. It is building entire project, and after building entire project, it is trying to run this particular test.
Oh, how
So
do
it's
we
like,
stop that?
yeah. So it's building entire project. Then it will run the test you started out of it.
Okay, then I'll
So
just.
that's why.
So why is it
Just
trying to like build the entire
just
project?
comment those two lines. We will see the error. Just comment those two lines and run it. No, go and run it. You have to make sure like there should not be any issues in your project. If you have any issues in any place, it's not actually running it.
Yeah, it actually opened the screen.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see here.
there's some exception. Yeah, this one we can resolve. This exception is like simple one. It's it's trying to click something, but some other element is overlapping it. Some It's trying to click the target element, but before clicking the target element, it is encountering something else.
This is what test?
Verify card button.
Card button, right?
Yeah.
Click the
So,
card button.
huh.
So we have only one card here.
Hmm. So can you inspect it?
Or maybe is it going to the register page and
No. See, the on top of card button, there is one right. So it's like there is one exception called element click interceptor exception.
Mhm.
It says like when it is trying to click something, when it's trying to click something else will overlap it. Actually, you cannot see it. Okay, but Selenium feels like there's something there. Okay, you cannot feel like there's something else there. So in this case,
Okay.
we have to identify that zero. Can you click on that card once? Inspect it properly. I will tell you. There are two things. There are two ways that we can resolve this exception. One is using JavaScript executor. I have told you how to use JavaScript executor in the past.
Mhm.
You can use that one, or else we have to find some better locator for it. So the card button is where is the card button? Okay, this is the card icon. Yeah, inspect it one more time. Okay, span. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Cart button. Shopping cart. Mat icon. Shopping cart. Okay. So you can write like this. Span star mat hyphen badge hyphen content.
Oh, where are you seeing that shopping cart?
You see that shopping cart text there? Mat icon, shopping cart text. Yeah, below that. Below that.
Oh, here. Mm.
Yeah. Below that, there's one more ID. You see that ID? Mat badge icon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use that. You write XPath CSS like this. No, go back to developer tools. Write like this. Can you go to developer tools? Write like Control F. Um, span. Okay. Open the square bracket. Close the square bracket. Inside right. Inside right. Inside right. ID star span hyphen ID star
Star.
equals star, yeah, equals single quotation mat hyphen badge hyphen content. Mat
Mat
hyphen
hyphen.
badge hyphen content. Enter. Can you inspect that one more time? That card button one more time. Maybe we have written some mat hyphen badge hyphen mat hyphen
Content
badge
hyphen zero.
content. No, you didn't close the single quotation. No need to see.
Ah,
We are writing. We should not write zero because if you write zero, what happens? Like you might have added something, right? So it will change.
okay.
So we are trying to find it using partial.
Okay. So,
So star means nothing but partial.
mhm.
There. Star, you see right there, ID
Yeah.
star.
But
Star
ID
means
is only
nothing.
this. Oh, okay. We are not including the zero, so you are adding the star.
Star means partial text.
Okay.
There's one more called um, cap. Cap means starting piece of text.
Okay.
Okay. Star means like contains kind of thing. Cap means starting piece of text like that.
See, we already gave like this only. We want to remove the zero zero. Sorry, the zero.
Okay.
Here, we give span ID
You
only.
already given like that, huh? Mm, 1 second. Okay, but you're trying to click on it after adding something to the cart, right? Isn't it? Go to the test once.
I'm not even adding. There is a search input that runs before.
Mhm.
Let me. Yeah, verify search input. That's it. But yeah, we are not sure how the content something is getting added to the cart.
Okay, just update that and just run it once. We will see. We will see. Just update that
Okay.
locator. No. Just go and update that
Here.
locator in
So
the
you
code.
want to remove this, right?
Just write. Just paste the one which we written. Yeah, ID star. Yeah. Okay. Now go and run it. Why you're maximizing the window, right? Is it a big screen or what? Your laptop looks very big.
Yeah.
Same, same. So if you encounter these kind of thing, I suggest like rather better use this. What is this? JavaScript executor. I told you some time ago how to use
Yeah,
JavaScript
yeah,
executor.
okay.
Or else I
I
can
just want
quickly
to
tell
check
you.
because when you ran it, it went fine, right? So we're doing the same, but why I'm getting this?
Maybe you're not maximizing the screen.
Oh, okay.
So
So
if I
here,
return the same thing, I'm sure like I might have maximized.
so where do I add the maximize in this page objects
The
or
base test. In the base test, you
base
have
test? I'll just add it for
driver.man.
here alone.
You can add
Get the,
anywhere.
I'll write here. Window.maximize. Is it driver.window.manage?
Driver.manage.window.maximize.
I did maximize here because it was opening in the other.
Okay, okay. Till you got the same issue?
Yeah. Let me not, let me run more time. I won't do anything. Let it maximize by.
I just ran it. It worked for me now as well. It shouldn't be the behavior. So if you still encounter it, I will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I'll use the Java executor.
You know it, right? How to do that?
Yeah, yeah, we have done it in the other thing. I'll take a look at it and then I'll do.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. If not, let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we proceed to the topic, next topic? Or
Yeah.
else anything else?
Uh, no, I was just trying this. The login test. This worked fine. The page
Okay, okay.
factory. Yeah.
You tried both those page factory and page object?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about like how we can do data-driven testing. Okay. So data-driven testing
Okay.
means nothing but um, yeah, it's all. Like we do prepare the data and we do test some form or application with that particular data, right?
Mm-hmm.
One. So this is employee data. Okay. So now
Good.
here we
So,
have employee ID, first name, this data. Okay. Assume like your scenario is to um, fill multiple forms with multiple sets of data and submit them. You
okay.
understand? Let's say you are asked to create employees. You might have a create employee form. You're asked to create multiple employees, or you are asked to do multiple signups. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you can prepare your data like this, and you can give it this data to the script, and your script should read the data, and it should send the data to the web application. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what the scenario. Okay. So how do you do that? Yes, in test. Firstly, let's talk about how to read the data from uh, Excel. Okay. If you
Okay.
want to read the data from Excel, you need to have two dependencies. So those dependencies are this one, Apache Poi, okay,
Mm-hmm.
which you can get from Maven repository. You know Maven repository, right? From where we
Yeah.
got
Mm-hmm.
selenium and all. And then one more is this
Okay.
PYOXML.
So
Okay,
if we have to
PY
use Cucumber, we have to add the same
Cucumber.
dependency here.
Yeah, we have to add Cucumber dependencies here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once you added this Apache dependencies, we'll be getting their code in Maven repositories, and we'll be using their classes. Okay. So you can see their this jar files here. In this jar files, uh, they will have, I mean, their code will present, and we can import their code, and we can do whatever we want. Okay,
Okay.
that's how it works. Now, once we added the dependency, we don't need to know how they have implemented and all. It's just like I'm just showing you. So in the jar files, you will be having all the code, okay, which they
Okay.
have written. Even our code which we write, right? We can also make it a jar file, and we can share the jar file to somebody else, and they can utilize it. Okay,
Okay.
so that's how it works basically. Or else, once we generate the jar file of our project, we can publish it to the Maven repository. We can generate some dependency in, and somebody can copy the dependency and they can use it. Okay,
Okay.
so here you can see group ID is this one, artifact ID is this one. So once we generate the jar and once we push our project to the Maven repository, what happens is uh, just like how we have how we got Selenium dependency, you can see here, it will generate one dependency with our group ID, artifact ID, and if we have our version, and yeah, it will generate one dependency, and it will add whoever copy paste our dependency information, they will get our project jar file.
Okay.
Okay, that's a long thing, but I'm giving you an idea how Maven works,
Mm-hmm.
Maven repository works. Okay, the process is clear, right? How the things are coming and going,
Okay. Yeah.
Maven repository process. So when somebody writes code, they will push it to Maven repository
Mm-hmm.
in the form of jar. That's all. And we when we paste the dependency, we get their code. That's all. And now let's talk about reading the Excel data. Okay. So once
Okay.
we have added those dependencies, um, in Excel, okay, in Excel we have uh, few columns like XSSF workbook. So I will show you the column name, then I will explain you the code. So we have XSSF workbook
Mm-hmm.
class. Okay, we have to create the object for the XSSF workbook.
Okay.
Okay, so this is nothing but our Excel file. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Excel file, and from that workbook we can we can create sheet, or if you want to read the sheet, you have read sheet method. Workbook
Okay.
workbook dot get sheet at. We have one method called get sheet at, and we can
Mm-hmm.
give the index, or else we can also read the sheet by name. Okay,
Okay.
I will show you. So this is the class, right? Now, if I pay, so firstly, we have to create the object for this workbook. Once we create the object for the workbook, we have to say like get sheet name. or at index. Okay,
Okay.
get sheet. Let's say if you are giving sheet name, you have to in workbook you will be having sheets, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
In Excel workbook. So that's what we are saying. Once you got the sheet, so you can hover on it, you can see it is going to return as sheet. Yeah, return type is sheet, okay? So
Okay.
now we have to store the data in the sheet. What are the sheet data we're getting? We have to store it in the sheet. Now, in the sheet, what we'll be having? Rows, columns, isn't it? It's like workbook in Excel. This is how it works. Sheet, and we have rows, comma, columns, right?
Yeah.
So that if you remember this hierarchy, it will be easy for you to remember this names, class names. Workbook,
Okay.
sheet, rows, columns. Now, let's say you want to know how many rows you have in your how many rows you have. Okay, so what you can do is you can say get physical number of rows, number of physically defined, not the sheet. Okay, so you can use this one to get the row count basically. Okay, to get the row
Okay.
count, you can use it. Int row count. Okay, next int column count we want, right? We also need column count, right? So sheet dot get row. You can say you can give the zeroth row dot get last cell number. So what does that means is you can give any row number basically.
Okay.
So once you give the row number, you can from in the row you will be from the row we are saying like get the last cell number. It's like where's this 1 second?
Yeah, I got it. So you know how many columns are there.
Yes, exactly. So once you get the row number, I mean, you can take any row number basically. So let's say this is the zeroth row, and we are getting from the zeroth row, we are getting the last cell number.
Okay.
That's all. Okay. I will name it as sheet 2. And still, you see, there's still we have not defined where is our workbook file and file information and all. Okay, that one will come later. Now, what we have to do is write one for loop. Int I less than row count I plus plus. Then, so what this first piece of for loop will do is it will iterate rows. Okay,
Okay.
like one by one row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this.
Okay.
Now we have to write one more for loop. Int j is equal to 0, j less than call count j plus plus. Okay, so this is like, see how this for loop in this executes is for each out for I is equal to 0. Okay, it means like for the first row, it will iterate all this for loop entirely executes. Entirely
Okay.
executes in the sense first time I is equal to 0 and j will execute like j is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3. Okay, how much ever.
Okay.
So it's like I comma j, right? So it's
Okay.
like
It'll read the
0
entire
comma
row.
0. Okay, then 0 comma 1. Okay, then 0 comma 2, like this it is 0
Okay.
comma 3. Now you see 0 is the row, 0 is the column. I mean, first zero is the row, second zero is the column.
Yeah.
First zero is the row, one is the column. Zero is
Okay.
the row, two is the column. So likewise, I mean, this will This will iterate the cells. It will iterate the first time. It will go to the first row, and this for loop will iterate all the cells, and one row is completed. Now I will increment to 1. Okay, I will
Okay.
increment to, once this entirely executes for the first iteration, I will become 1.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, so 1 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, like that. Second time I becomes 2, 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, like that.
Okay.
You understood, huh?
Yeah, it basically read the entire row starting
Entire
from the
read.
0.
Yeah. So in outer for loops, in simple words, outer for loop will iterate rows. So an inner for loop will iterate cells. So how
Okay.
it happens is, for each index, I mean for each index of I, this will execute entirely. It will execute entirely in the sense like j is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, until this for loop completes. It executes for each row of I, for each I.
Okay.
Okay? Just now I have shown, right? For each I, it will execute all. J is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, like that. I will tell you, no problem. Now, but you understood the logic, right? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Mm-hmm.
This is 0 comma 0, 0 comma 1, 0 comma 2, 0 comma 3, 0 comma 4, 0 comma 5, like that.
Yeah.
This is 1 comma 0, 1 comma 1, like that. Now, so we are in the sheet. Okay. Now we have to say like sheet dot get data cell, sheet dot get row. Okay. We have to call this one. Okay. So we have to say like sheet dot get row, and we have to give the row number, and row will give cell data. Oh, sorry. XSSF row. We make it row only. And let me import this XSSF row. Now I will explain you. Get cell of J. Now here we have to write XSSF cell. Now cell dot get data cell value. Oh, not data, date cell value. Cell dot get string cell value. Let's make it string cell value. Let's print it here. This out. Oh no. This out. So here what we are doing is, see, you have opened the workbook. You're saying to go to the sheet 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're saying like from the sheet, get the row, nothing but 0th row, and you are storing in the row
Mm-hmm.
this variable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are saying like from that row, get the cell. What cell? 0th cell for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you're storing you're storing in the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Now once you say this, it's once you store the cell information in the cell variable, you can read the data of the cell. So you can
Yeah.
simply say get string cell value. You'll get the cell
Okay.
data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's prepare some data here. Uh, sheet 2. Let's, okay, it's a sheet 1. Let's give it a sheet name as sheet 1. Okay,
Okay.
sheet 1. Okay, and let's copy some data from here. We can use the same one, same tab, but there's a small problem. I will explain you later. Not a problem. Actually, we have to write some more coding. I don't want to do it now. I have already written that. I will show you. Okay. So this is a piece of data. Okay.
Okay.
Now sheet 1, now we should be getting all this data, like all this data when
Mm-hmm.
we run it. Okay. But before that, there is a small thing that we need to do. That is, we have, if you see here, we have not given sheet information. I mean, our file information anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's one we need to fix. Okay, let me cut it from here. Okay, so we have to give our file information here. So my file present in here, SRC test resources
Mm-hmm.
employee.xls.
Okay.
So dot represents current project, and inside current project I have SRC folder, then I have test folder, and I have resources folder, and inside the resources folder I have this employee.xlsx. Okay, I have given the path like this. You have to give the path like this, and let's run it. Once it works, let's see. Do you see all the data we got?
Yeah. Okay.
But it was let me print the data properly. Now let's print it one. Let's run it one more time. Okay, let me add one more this out. Okay, let me run it once. Okay, you can see the data now. This is the, I'm just formatted the data in the output, that's all. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you
Okay.
can see, right? All the data we got here. Okay, so for the first time, we are getting the zeroth row, then we are storing in the row variable. Then we are getting from that row, this row has some methods, nothing but like get cell, and it takes like we have to give the cell number. So that nothing but zero in this case. So and we have to store in cell variable, and from that cell variable we can call the get string cell value like that. Okay, it will give you the
Okay.
data of the cell of that 0 comma 0 for the first time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Okay.
time what happens? J will become 1. Now it will be like 0 comma 1 value it will give. Third time
Okay.
0 comma 2, 0 comma 3, 0 comma 4. Okay.
Yeah.
This got executed. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once column count is reached, this will be finished, right? Now it will go to I. I becomes 1. Now it will come here. 1 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4. Okay, this will
Yeah.
be finished again.
Okay.
Now I becomes 2, 2 comma 0, the j becomes 1, 2 comma 1, j becomes 2, 2 comma 2, j becomes 3, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, like that. You understood, right?
Yeah.
For each row, the cell will iterate all the cells. Okay,
Okay.
that's how basically inner for loop works. It's not about here, anywhere. Inner for loop works this way. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
If you have one more inner for loop here, so how it, I mean, the execution again, it's like for each row of I, this is completely executing, right? Now what happens for each of j, our inner for loop will execute fully. So I mean, if you practice, you will understand it. Okay.
Okay.
This for loop concept remains same anywhere. It's nothing related to Excel or
Mm-hmm.
something. Okay. This for
Yeah.
loop concept, this is how it works. Inner for loops.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Just practice. Okay. You will understand it. But you understand how to read the data, right? It's easy only, right? You hardly
Yeah. Yeah.
need to
Excellent.
remember
Mm-hmm.
workbook, sheet, then what? Excesses
The
of
cell.
row, excesses of cell. That's all.
Yeah.
Four things you need to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Once you created the object for the workbook, from the workbook you can get the sheet information by its sheet name. Okay. And then you can from the sheet you can get the row data. Okay. From the row you can get the cell. From the cell you can get the value of it. That's all.
Yeah. Got it.
Now this is I just explain you how to read the Excel data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now now comes the uh, so the reason why I have not used my first sheet is because so when preparing the data, sometime we give some column as numeric, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those kind of things we have to be little careful. If you give all the data as a string,
Mm-hmm.
there won't be any problem. I mean, you can use something like this. I mean, you can write something like this. But for sometimes what we do is we make some column numeric, some column string like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Excel we do that. Okay, so if you look at the here, we said like okay, this is of type integer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why my if this the same code will not work for reading the uh, integer data. Okay, how do you handle that scenario? You have to write like this. So once you get the cell data right, I mean you have to call the get cell type. What type of cell? If it is string, you will be calling string cell value. If it is numeric, you will be calling numeric cell value. If it
Mm-hmm.
is boolean, you will be calling boolean cell value. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only thing.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, we are just checking the type of the cell if it is string or numeric, and accordingly we are calling the data. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
If I add this piece of code, if I add this piece of code here, it will work fine, no problem.
Okay.
Even first tab also works, no without any issues. Okay, I have to just
Okay.
comment this piece of line. So if I change my tab name to employee, my tab name is employee, and my sheet name also employee. Okay, don't get confused. You see, it printed all the data. Do you see that? All the
Yeah.
data it
Okay.
printed. Employee ID, first name, last name. I mean, it didn't print it in structured way because here we have written something like this. Okay,
Okay.
it didn't
You
print
said
in
your
the
tab
structure.
name is employee and your sheet name.
Yeah, my tab name is employee, sheet name is also employee. Don't get
Oh, your
confused.
file name is employee and your sheet name is also employee.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. My file name and sheet name is employee. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Okay. If I want to print it structurally, I can remove this println and I can make it structure.
Println means it will type print to the next line.
Println means it will print everything in new line.
New line. Yeah, okay.
Uh, so what I'm doing is I'm just instead of printing in the new line, I will just add some space. I will remove all these comments. No need of these comments. Okay. Now just add some space after print will print in the same line basically. That's what the thing. Okay, println
Okay.
will print in the new line.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it added space here, here. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
what
Okay.
we have added space right here. That's and we said here print. See, I told you right. First, it will for each row. I mean, for each I, it will entirely executes right. So once it prints
Mm-hmm.
entire row information for a first row, we are just
Next row it
adding
will
one
new
println.
line. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it's showing in structured way. That's the only thing. If you understand, okay.
Okay.
You don't need to do all this formatting. We don't just to show you. I did it.
Yeah.
Clear, na? All this clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is one thing. Now you can ask me, okay, how can I use it in Selenium? Okay. So how you can use it in Selenium? Now we are getting each row data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you might have a demo card, right? Our site name is demo card, no?
Book cut. Oh, wait, let me see. Book cut.
Okay, book card. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm using different projects for each. That's fine. Okay. Let's assume like in the book card side, you want to do multiple signups, registrations. Okay. So you can prepare the Excel data, first name, last name, username, password, confirm password, and Boolean value, and you can fill quite a lot of data using
Mhm.
the code which we written. Okay.
Oh, you read from the file and then fill this. Oh.
You send it the data to the now. Uh, so this is a cell, right? Let's say driver dot. Oh, we let's now let me say dot get. Let's do it quickly so that you will get idea. See, this is hard coding. I will tell you the actually there's something called data provider. I will explain you that is very important. But
Mhm.
firstly, you should know these basic things about how we read the Excel and how we can feed the data to the from
Mhm.
Excel to site. Okay. So once we go to this page, um, now we can so we'll be getting all the data, first name, last name, the name, password, confirm password, right? So we are going to get all those five data. For the first time, we are going to fill the name. We are going to get the data one by one. So for each of the data, it is iterating that many times. So once this has to go here. Once we hit the URL, we have to find the element. Um, okay, I will come to this hard coding one again. Okay, that's fine. And where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is I will explain you maybe in the next class how to read that. I mean how to feed it to that one.
Okay.
Before we move there, let me explain you the structured way actually. Okay, this in test ng we have you there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in test ng we have something called data provider. Okay,
Okay.
data provider we have. So what the data provider do is, see, if we go with the uh, way that we have did, I mean, if we feed the data like this to our web application, if it fails at any point of data, let's say it might have executed, it might have filled these 4 rows,
Mm-hmm.
but it failed at the last row.
Okay.
Okay. Now what happens? Your entire test case will be shown as failure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your 4 rows might have passed. I mean, they
Yeah.
might have filled and your user got created. At
Mm-hmm.
fifth row creation, at fifth row employee data creation, it got failed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then everything will be shown as fail, which
Yeah.
is not really a good thing. So to avoid that, we have one concept called data provider. Okay. So
Okay.
data provider, what it will do is each row it will treat as one test case. Okay, you
Okay.
understand? Each
Okay.
row is a
Mm-hmm.
test case.
Mm-hmm. So if the last one fails, the last one will be the
Only
failed
last
one.
row, yeah,
Okay.
it will show only this data fail.
Okay.
Okay, that's what the concept of data provider. Okay, so
Okay.
I will show you. This is the Excel util I have created, and here I've created some utilities like same thing which I discussed there. We have given the file path. We are going to send. This is a constructor. To this constructor, I have given one string argument file path, and the same file path I'm sending it here, and then this file input stream I'm sending it to the XSF workbook. Okay, so now XSF workbook knows the file information, and once it got the file information, it will get the sheet. So again, we are parameterizing that this one we have added one parameter called sheet name. I mean, this one we are going to call in somewhere else basically, like here.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to call once we create the object of Excel util, we'll be passing this file path here. Okay, this will go
Okay.
to here. Now file path will have some value, right? That
Mm-hmm.
value will be sent to file input stream, and the file input stream will be sent to workbook. That's how this gets the file information. Now this sheet also we are sending the data from here. I mean we are telling the sheet name here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this get sheet data. So it gets the sheet name will have some sheet value. Now this will get the row count. It will get the call count. Once it get the call count and row count, and what we are doing is like we are preparing one two-dimensional array. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
two-dimensional array with row count minus one, call count.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but it. So this one, what it will do is, if the row count is like 10, it might give 11 like this. Okay, now what we're doing is we are doing one minus here. That's all.
Okay.
So we are preparing one. We are creating one two-dimensional array here, and then we are saying like we are getting the row information, we are getting the cell information, and we are just we'll be storing all the data in this two-dimensional array basically. All
Okay.
the data in the two-dimensional array. Like it might be string or numeric or boolean. We are just storing the all the data instead of printing. We are storing all the data in the two-dimensional array. See, only difference with the code we written there and here is here we just created this two-dimensional array,
Mm-hmm.
and all the data instead of printing we are adding it to this data variable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like it's like this way. Here I'm creating my two-dimensional array. Okay, and after creating the two-dimensional array, I'm just adding all the data to this two-dimensional array. That's all. So I'm saying like the here I'm saying like inside this one, data of I comma j. Okay, data of I comma j equals cell dot gets this one. J we have I minus one. We
The
have
for
j.
loop didn't.
No. It's the same thing. I mean, it's that code and this code is same. Only thing is, I is it like but yeah, okay. No, you don't need to understand all these things. Here we are simply printing the data.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of printing the data, if you look at here, we are just assigning the data. I mean, to this, we are storing all the data in this two-dimensional array, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, rest all same, rest all same. Everything remains same. We are just storing the data in this array. Why we are storing this data in this array is, that's a different concept. We are storing this data and we are returning the two-dimensional array. Whoever calls
Okay.
it, whoever calls this method, they are going to get two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array means nothing but like we have just discussed, right? Like 0, comma 0, 0, comma
Yeah.
1.
Mm-hmm.
So it will store the data like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Got it.
now whoever calls that one, they are going to get the two-dimensional array.
Mm-hmm.
And and this one, this is very important thing here. Once you have prepared your Excel utility, once you have prepared your data provider, I mean, once you have given this file information, once you have created the object for the Excel file, once you call this method, we are going to get the data of all those things, right? You're going to get the data, right? You're going to
Mm-hmm.
get the data of employee, right?
Yeah.
Now you have to annotate with at the rate data provider and you have to give the name, some name, anything you can give here.
Okay.
Okay. This is remember this annotation, okay, at the rate data provider. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to give some name to it. Okay.
Okay.
Once you do this, now comes your test. Now comes your test. Now here, when you are writing your test, here you have to call a data provider and you have to give the name of the data provider. So remember,
Okay.
don't get confused. What is the name of the data provider we given? Data provider name is Excel data.
Mm-hmm.
And we are saying like, okay, our data provider name is Excel. We are calling that data provider basically
Okay.
Excel data. And where it is present, in this class it is present.
Okay.
Okay. And now two-dimensionally how it works is it gonna have like same like Excel only. It gonna
Mm-hmm.
for the first time it would gonna have 0, comma all this row information.
Yeah.
Here let's say how many rows we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 data it will give for the first time. So I have taken 6 parameters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I can when I run it, I'm gonna get 6 data.
Okay.
You will see. I mean, it will execute all of it. Actually, you can see first time it executed with this piece of data, then it executed with this piece of data, then it executed. You see total of how many tests we have? 5 tests because we have
Okay.
5 rows.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
if you want to feed this one, it's pretty simple now. It's pretty simple. Now you'll be calling like this one. Okay, it's very easy now. Once you know this one, once you come across till here, now you will be finding driver dot find element by dot x path. Okay, you give your x path. You would say send case, and you say call one data. Call one data means nothing but
What
evo.
was the column? Okay.
Okay, likewise you can give all. Why? Six data we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five data we have. Let's ignore the sixth data. Even if you don't send, that doesn't matter. We are just ignoring the data which you are getting. That's all. Now let's quickly find locators for it. First, 1 second. Placeholder first name or ID mat input 2. We have ID as mat input 2. Then for this one we have ID mat input 3, mat input 4, mat input 5, mat input 6. Okay. We have IDs. Let's use them. ID mat input 2, ID mat input 3, ID mat input 4, ID mat input 5, ID mat input 6. Here call 2, call 3, call 4, call 5. See,
Okay.
I have given some rough name to it, but you can give proper name to it, to
Mm-hmm.
your parameters. Like
Okay.
here, employee ID, I mean this one,
Mm-hmm.
employee ID, okay. Then first name, last name, department. This is first name, right? This is last name, right? This is department, okay. And this is salary, this is date of joining. Okay, you can give meaningful variable name and you
Yeah,
can,
yeah. Mhm.
okay. Now let's, oh, okay, okay. It's a double value. You see here, it's a double. So it's saying like, okay, boss, it's a double value. You cannot send double value to string. So in this cases, you can simply say plus double quote. Now it will
Okay.
be treated as string. Okay, this double data will be treated as a string. Now let's run it. Now we will see 5 times our Chrome browser will execute.
Okay.
Do you see? Uh, First name, last name, why it's not printing? Maybe let's see. Let's see why it's not printing. But did you see that 5 times it is executing? Sorry,
Oh,
six
it was
times
very
because we have 6 sets of data. Oh, 5 rows only. Yeah.
fine.
Okay. No such element it is saying. There's some issue with the locator. Mat input 5, mat input. Okay, there's some input. There's something wrong with the locator I have given. But you
Okay.
have seen it, right? All the data is feeding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each each of the form. There's some issue with the locator finding. Input at the rate place holder equals first name I got, last name username. X path. Path. I have quickly written it, so that's why. Input last name, okay. Last N is capital name. And let's fix other things as well. Username, okay. User name, user name, XPath. Let's fix it all so that it will be finished. password, simply password. Okay. Let's paste it here. Password P is capital or small? P capital. Okay. Password X path. And finally, we have what is this? Confirm password. If we fix this one, we are all done. Confirm. Confirm password. Okay, let's copy it. Let's paste it here. Let me copy this. Let me write confirm simply. That's all. Now, when we run it, everything should work fine. Now, suppose we have corrected all the locators. Do you see all the data filled? Hello, Sunita?
Yeah.
We have filled all the data. For each row, it's executing and it is filling all the data.
Okay.
Okay, so you just need to click submit or something like that, and your user will be registered. You understood the
Okay.
idea, right? Behind it?
Yes, yes. Yeah. I'll try it. If I have any questions, I'll check with you
Yeah,
next
you need
class.
to go through it. It takes little time because data provider is very confusing topic.
Mm-hmm.
Because firstly we have to annotate with at the rate data provider, then something like that. It's a bit confusing, but reading data and all, it will be clear once you revisit the topic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you see all the 5 test cases pass
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with different sets of data? And it will clearly show you like how many test cases, 5 test cases. For 5
Okay.
rows, 5 test cases.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Excel util, 3 things here. Excel util, where you create the workbook sheet and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Then this data provider, then test, 3 things. Okay, just go through it. If you have any questions, we'll discuss again because it takes little time to understand.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Sunit.
We'll do,
See you
Karthik.
then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.